Brief DVM's coming at you today out here in the field. I'm down at one of my neighbor's places. He's got his 3020 John Deere running, and at this point in time his hay crop is going down. But it's not going down with his hay bine, and it's not going down with my John Deere sickle mower. It's going down with a 625 MoCo. Again, John Deere 625 MoCo. Oh, I think she's got a cut pattern somewhere in that, 8-9 foot pattern area. Whole machine's probably about, 10 feet wide. And right now she's being pulled by a 3020 John Deere. And she's taking down this hay with no problem whatsoever. This is a 1-year-old MoCo. It was made the previous year and put out then. And we're picking it up used with 1 year on it. And we're gonna kick butt with some hay at our place with this MoCo. This particular type of MoCo requires probably anywhere between about 50 and 75 PTO. So a 3020 John Deere has about 70 out the rear end. So it's got enough to do this MoCo. This is the smallest MoCo John Deere makes. And this particular one has the impellers on it, not the rubber rollers, which makes it a lot easier for doing this grass hay. Because boy, when it gets thick, those urethane rollers, and you shove it too fast in there, it'll bind those bad boys up. With these impellers, it scratches off the wax coating of the plant as it goes through the conditioner part, and really never binds up. Pretty much almost as fast as we can shove it in the machine, it'll take it. So in this situation here, this tractor is a little smaller than ours, and obviously it's not cabbed. We'll be running it on a cab tractor, but as you can see, it's taking down this hay real nice. One thing that impressed us with this MoCo, and one of the reasons we decided to buy it, it's not just that it's got lights for road travel, and that it's really strong, built by John Deere, and it doesn't have the urethane rollers that can clog up as quickly. Actually I think what sold us on it more than anything was the fact that when you put this thing into road mode, it can go down the road 20 miles an hour and get through any of our gates without a problem, which is really nice considering we've got some small gates. And it's not such a big beastie machine that you can't put it behind some smaller equipment. You don't need to have a $75,000 John Deere tractor to pull this beast, which is really nice. So in this case, a neighbor's got it on his 3020 here, and he was in a bind, and his John Deere hay bind had broke down, and there's no way we wanted to let this hay stand, and you got to help each other out sometimes. So we brought it down here on the pickup, he threw it on the back of the 3020, and off he goes with it. This hay is pretty thick, it's pretty tall, it's good grass hay. Another real nice feature that we found with the MoCo as it comes around here again for another pass is that we did some looking into some of the, if you want to call it, side effects of using a mower conditioner for your hay. One of the things that we seem to hear about on occasion when we sell hay is, oh, we don't want blister beetles squished into the hay, and we don't want it real dusty, and if you go into a field that's got a lot of gopher mounds in it, we don't like it when the disc binds hit the gopher mounds and kick dust up into the hay. Well, first of all, some of that's kind of a misnomer, because if your hay is plenty dry, if you do hit a gopher mound, the little bit of dust that comes up isn't really going to stick to any hay. But on a side note, when you have the impellers, you really don't crush anything into the hay. Since nothing is being squeezed through two rollers, nothing actually gets squished into the stalks of the hay, so you don't get any blister beetle problems. Most of it gets knocked right off, and even if you do get a dusty spot, with the disc bind, because it goes over the top of those impellers, the impeller knocks everything off and drops it back down on the ground. Matter of fact, you probably actually get the hay more dusty picking it up with the baler. But still a nice feature. As you can see, this particular unit, the 625, does not go to your left side, it goes to your right side on the tractor. So it goes straight behind you for road travel and then off to your right. I know some of the MoCos do both sides. This particular one does not. You have to get into the larger series for them to be able to do the left side along with the right side. But boy, she works good. She takes down that 3-foot grass just beautifully. Just lays it. And you can adjust the pattern on the back of this machine so that it can put the windrow tighter or looser. Kind of got it in the middle right now, but you can change that. It has pitch adjustment for how much you want to dig into the field versus be level with it with the disc bind as she runs. And of course it's got hydro up and down. And then of course it's hydro into center position versus right for road travel. She's a 540 PTO driven machine. She has 3 hydraulic hoses on it, 1 for up, she's gravity down, and then 2 that use the pistons that take it from center to the right and then back from right to center for road travel. The 625 MoCo, I'm pretty sure sells for probably about $25,000 brand new. Thankfully we were able to sell the sickle mower and the old haybine, and that gave us a few thousand here and there between the 2 of them that we could play with. And then of course we're able to pick this one up a year old, so it wasn't too bad in the old pocketbook. We were in the teens, but not in the 20s, which was good. It's a long-term investment for us on the farm, especially since we've been cutting with the sickle and the haybine mowers for the last 25 years of my life. Getting to a disc bine is a big step, and we wanted to make sure it was the right step when we did it. We feel this machine will work real well for us. I look forward to putting it behind the 5083E back on the home place. I'll try and do a review, a walk-around review on it too when we get it back to the home place, and I'll certainly show you another video of it cutting too with the 5083E behind it, or in front of it, pulling it, excuse me. You can see you make a nice tight corner. With that equal angle hitch on there, it really makes it easy to turn. Now certainly we'd recommend using a cab tractor with one of these beasts. But again, the hay had to be made, and this is the tractor they have on this farm, so this is the way it works. We'll have it on a cab tractor on our place. It's always safer to have them on a cab tractor in case they wing anything at you. I always think that's kind of funny though, because our traditional urethane rubber rollered haybines, they pitched a lot of rock up too. You'd hit a little stone or something and get up by those rollers, get pinched in those rollers, and she'd come flying out of them things too. And of course they don't require you to have a cab tractor with them, so. So again, this is a 625 MoCo John Deere being pulled by a 3020 John Deere over at the neighbor's place. We're making the investment into this machine at this point, and we'll be putting it behind the 5083E. Certainly appreciate you watching, folks, and we'll have a couple more videos soon to come out on this beast, especially when we have it on the home place cutting hay this season. And I really appreciate you watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep putting out great videos like this on the farm and even on the reef stuff as things come up closer to fall. Wish you guys the best.